Hello student, we go over E4, find the number of solutions to a system of equations. Okay, problem, the very first one. So let's see over here. Let's write down the slope-intercept form. Okay, so slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. Okay, so here we go. Y equal, I can write right here, y equal mx plus b. Okay, so let's wrap the first line right here. Here's your first line. Okay, here's the first line. Here we go. So I can choose different color over here. Here we go. Here's my first line. So you can see in this line, the b equals 0. All right? So the b equals 0. So go and find the b equals 0. It's right there. And then you can see the m equal negative 1. You see that? Negative x, it means negative 1. Okay? Negative 1, it means negative 1 over 1. Okay? So let's go and graph the first line. Okay? So here we go. I can do a little bit fancy here. Highlight, spotlight. Okay, I do a little fancy, you can see it. All right, so here we go. I click at 0, and then down 1, right 1. Okay, so I got my line. Done. Okay, so now I move on to my second line. Ooh, my second line. Okay, which one is that? 2 and R. Okay, so here my second line. Click on it, maybe I use different color right here. Okay, here my second line. Okay, so you can see the b is now equal. The b is now equal. Oh, let's take a look at the slope. Okay, the slope is right there. Again, the slope equal negative 1. Okay, so that's negative 1 over 1. So I would do down 1 and then right 1. Okay, and then you can see the b is right there equal number 2. Okay, b right here, number 2. So that is the b. Okay, so let's go and wrap the b. Let's do the f. Here we go. The b equal number 2. Go and click number 2. Okay, and I go. Ooh. Let's see over here. You need to click to the tool of the second line. Okay, click on it. All right. B equal number 2, down 1, right 1. Okay, so you can see these two lines, they are parallel. So they never intersect each other. They never intersect each other. So what does it mean? It means they don't intersect, so they have no solution. Okay, so no solution. Okay, so these two lines we call parallel. Okay, the reason because the two slopes are exactly the same. The slope exactly the same. Let me see here. The slope exactly the same. Okay. Let's highlight the slope so you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay. The first one, the slope negative 1. The second one, the slope also negative 1. Okay. So if you have two lines that have the same slope, the two lines are parallel. Okay, so here we go. Two lines have the same slope, they are parallel. So let's write that over here. Okay, two lines have same slope. Okay, same slope. Okay, same slope. So they are parallel. They parallel. Okay, parallel. Okay, so therefore they never intersect. Never intersect. Intersect. Ooh, intersect. So therefore, no solution. Okay, no solution. So we already choose the answer, no solution. So now we just submit and then we're done. Okay, so here we go. Submit, no solution. Done. Now clear everything. Clear would be AZ. Done. Okay, so now we got a second problem right here. We are again 14 points. Very good. So let do my first line here. Okay, so okay, so this is the first line. Here we go. So you can see what happened here. Okay, so let's write the slope intercept form on top. Y equal mx plus b. So you can see the b equal 2. Okay, so b equal 2. And then the slope m, you don't see the slope m, it hit the number 1. Okay, hit the number 1 right there. So the slope m equal number 1. So let's go and wrap this. Okay, so I go in and find the b equal 2. Slope m equal number 1, it means 1 over 1. So up 1 and then right side 1. Okay, so from there you go up 1 and then you go to the right side 1. Okay, so go and get my tool right here. Oh, I can do fancy. Here we go. So I start with the b equal number 2, up 1, right 1. Okay, I'm done with my line. Okay, I go and click on the second tool because I'm about to wrap on the second line. Okay, so here we go. Oop, hold on. Is that R? Okay, so here my second line right here. Y equal negative 4x subtract 3. So you can see the slope m right there equal negative 4. Okay, negative 4. So negative 4, it means negative 4 over 1. So down 4 and right side 1. Okay, and then you can see the b right there equal negative 3. Okay, so let's go and wrap this. Okay, so let's see here. Negative 3 is right here. And then the slope is down 4, right 1. Okay, so go and get my tool. Start at negative 3 and then down 4, right 1. Okay, so that's my line. So you can see these two lines intersect. All right, let's do fancy here. You can see here they intersect right there. Let me click. Here we go. Ooh, it's moving. All right, intersects right there. So we have one solution. Okay, but you can notice we can answer this question right away that these two lines have different slope. Okay, so you can see here. Let's call this one slope. This one is slope m1. And this is slope m2, and you can see as soon you got two slope different, so the two line will intersect. And they intersect at one point. So you have one solution. Okay, they're not asking you what the solution is. They ask you how many solutions, either one solution, no solution, or infinite solution. Okay, so we got it. So we go over here, we answer that there is one solution. Okay, we submit. Voila, here we go. Next question over here. So they try to do a little fancy for us. We can do fancy, not a big deal. All right, so let's see here. Here's your first equation. Okay, so let's write the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equal mx plus b. Okay, plus b. So you can see the slope m is negative 2 over 3. So let's call the slope m right here equal negative 2 over 3. So what does it mean? It means that you can go down 2 and then right side 3. Okay? And then you can see the b right there. The b equal negative 1. So let's go and wrap this. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. So the b negative 1 right there. And then you go down 2, right 3. Okay? So we're done with the line. Here we go. We got my first line done. So make sure I click on the second line so I can draw the second line. Okay? So go and get my little tool over here. Here we go. To highlight the second line. Okay. Here's my second line. So go and get my pen here. You can see the slope is 1/3. Okay, the slope m is 1/3. Okay, so how do you wrap 1/3? You wrap up 1 and then right side 3. Okay, and you can see the b right there equal -7. So let's go and find -7 and then up 1 right 3. Okay, so let me get the tool. Here we go. I got my tool. Start at -7 for the b, up 1 right 3. Okay, and you can see these two lines intersect. These two lines intersect right here. Ooh, how fancy. Intersect right there. Okay, so you can see the two slopes are different. The two slopes are different. Yeah, okay, so right here. M1 is equal -2 or 3. M2 is 1/3. So two slopes are not the same. So therefore, two lines intersect. Two lines intersect at one point. Okay, at one point. Okay, and the one point is right here. Here we go. That's the one point we're talking about. So therefore, we have one solution. One solution. Okay, so let's go and click on the option for one solution. Here we go. Where is it? Is that right there? Why this one pop up? It's cover my thing. Ooh, one solution right there. And then I submit and then I'm done. Here we go. Voila. Okay. So now we got two equations again, but this time the equation is not quite in slope-intercept form. Okay, but it's not a big deal. We can convert into a slope-intercept form. So take a look at your slope-intercept form. Y equal mx plus b. So if you notice on the slope-intercept form, y is the only thing on the left side. You see that? Y is the only thing on the left side. So we just solve the first equation for the y. Okay, so let's do that. So if you want to keep the y, you don't want the 2x, so I would move the 2x to the right side. Okay, so now 2x from the left, go to the right side, become -2x. And then -2 already on the right side. That's it. So now we have the slope-intercept form. Okay, so take a look over here. Here is your slope m, -2, which is -2/1. So how do you wrap this? Down 2 and then right side 1. Okay, and this is your b right there. So the b equal -2. Okay, so let's go and wrap this. B -2 and then down 2 right 1. Okay, go get the tool. Here we go. Start with -2 and then down 2 right 1. So I got the first line. So now I click on the tool for the second line. Okay, so here we go. So for the second line over here, you see y equal -6. So this line is horizontal. Horizontal. Okay, so all you need is to go to y equal -6 and draw it horizontal, and you're done. Okay, so let me get the tool over here. Here we go. So you go to -6 and you just draw horizontal. Okay, you can stop anywhere. You got horizontal. Okay, so now you can see two lines intersect at one point right here. Okay, so if you wonder the slope of the horizontal line, over here, actually you don't see it. It means the slope equals 0. Okay, so the line will be horizontal. Okay, and then you can see the two slopes are different. One is -2/1, and it's different with the other slope, which is 0. So therefore, they have to intersect at one point. Okay, so I go and I find the option for one solution. one solution right here, and then I submit. Voila. All right, we got 47 point. Very good. So, I noticed right away something happened. You see the two lines had the same slope, negative 7 over 4, negative 7 over 4. So they never intersect. So I know the answer right away. It means no solution. All right, but let's go and graph this. One more thing. The two line had the same equation. It means the B exactly the same. So the two lines will be on top of each other. They overlap. Okay, so you can see over here. Let's go and get the 2 over here. Let's go and get my 2. Here we go. So the first line I start the B at negative 1. Okay, and the second line I go down 7. Okay, and then go to the right side 4. Okay, so let's take a look over here. The slope m right here equal negative 7 over 4. Okay, so I go down 7 and go to the right side 4. Okay, so from negative 1 I go down 7. All right there, and then go to the right side 4. So you notice the slope is negative, so the line tilt down, okay, negative 7 over 4. Okay, so now you know the two lines on top of each other, but you still need to graph it. Okay, so I go and I click on the second line and I graph it. Okay, here we go. I also start at the B equal negative 1. I go down 7 and go to the right side 4. Okay, so you can see the two lines overlap. They're on top of each other. All right, so it means that they intersect at infinite points. All right, so therefore they have infinite many solution. Okay, infinite many solution. Okay, two lines on top of each other, they intersect at infinite points. So therefore the two function had infinite many solution. Okay, now I submit. I'm done. We got 55 points. So now we got a new problem over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph. So let's do the first line right here. Okay, but you can see this line is not quite in slope intercept form. Okay, so slope intercept form again is y equal mx plus b. So it's not quite in slope intercept form because you need to have only y on the left side. Only y on the left side. Okay, so let's take care of it. So I want to solve this equation for y on the left side. So I don't want the x, I move the x to the right side. Okay, so let's do that. So now the left side you got y. X move to the right side become negative x. And then negative 4 already on the right side. Okay, so you can see over here for this, the slope equal negative 1. Okay, negative 1, it means negative 1 over 1. So you go down 1 and go to the right side 1. Okay, and this is the b equal negative 4. So let's go and find the b equal negative 4. This is the y-intercept, and then I use the slope down 1, right 1. Okay, go get my little tool here. Here we go. Start at negative 4, down 1, right 1. Okay, click on the second line. So now let's go and grab the second line. Okay, here we go. Second line. Oh my God, it's identical. Identical. This is your second line right here. All right. So what does it mean? They on top of each other. The two lines are identical. So when you graph, they should be on top of each other. Okay. So let's go and get my little tool. Here we go. So I will click on the second line. So start negative 4, down 1, right 1. Okay. So two lines overlap on top of each other. So they intersect at infinite point. So they should have infinite many solution. Okay, I submit and then I should be correct. Okay, so here we go. Submit. Done. Voila. Okay. We got 61 points. So same thing over here. Now, they give you the equation, but not in slope-intercept form. So, slope-intercept form is y equal mx plus b plus b. So, I saw this equation is 4 for the y. Ooh, you can see here y already on the right side by itself. But it looks like this is negative y. It's negative y. So, if you don't want the negative y, I would divide by negative 1 on both sides, or I can multiply by negative 1 on both sides. Okay, let's multiply negative 1 on both sides. Here we go. Multiply negative 1 on both sides. Here we go. Multiply with negative 1 on both sides. Okay, so now I have come out negative 1 times x become negative x. Negative 1 times 2, negative 2. All right? The right side should come out at only y. Negative y times negative 1 is y. Okay, so this is the slope-intercept form. You can swap the y from the right to the left, and then everything on the left go to the right side. Okay, so let's wrap this. So you can see the slope m right there equal negative 1. Okay, it means negative 1 over 1. I go down 1 and then go right side 1. Okay, and this is the b. All right, so that is the b. So let's go and find the b, negative 2 on the y-axis, and then I go down 1, right 1. Okay, let's go and get the 2 over here. Start negative 2, down 1, right 1, and then I'm done. Here we go. All right. Now on the second line, you can see clearly the slope m equal negative 1. Okay. So it means negative 1 over 1. So I go down 1 and then right 1. Ooh, the slope of the second line and the slope of the first line, they're both negative 1. So we expect two lines to be parallel. Okay? And then the 10 is a b. So this is the b. So let's go and find the b right there. The b is number 10. Ooh, here we go. So number 10. Okay? And then I go down 1, right 1. Okay, go get my 2. Here we go. Go get my 2. Let's click on the second line. Start with number 10, down 1, right 1. Okay, so you can see two lines parallel because you have two slopes exactly the same. Slope m1 and slope m2, they both equal negative 1. Okay, so this is m1, this is m2. So therefore, they never intersect. Never intersect. Intersect. All right. So no solution. No solution. Done. Okay. Let's go find the answer box right here, and I choose no solution. Submit. Okay. 66 point. Okay. So the next problem is we do the same thing. They don't give you the slope-intercept form, but you can do it by solving for y. Okay, so here's your slope-intercept form. Y equal mx plus b. So look at the first equation over here. It's not quite y on the left side. So I would divide negative 20 on both sides. Okay, divide negative 20 on both sides. Okay, here we go. So now the left side, you got the y, okay? You got 10 over negative 20 and x. And then you got 20 over negative 20, okay? So now let's simplify them a little bit. 10 over negative 20, that's a negative 1/2. And then you put down the x. 20 over negative 20, that's a negative 1, okay? We can wrap this line. Let's see over here. Here's your slope. The slope m, negative 1 over 2. So I would do at down 1 and then right side 2. Right side 2. Okay? And then you can see negative 1 right there. That is the b. So let's go and find the b. Negative 1. And then down 1, right 2. Okay? So go and get my 2. Here we go. Start at negative 1. Down 1, right 2. Okay? So I got my line done. So let's go and find the standard form, the slope-intercept form of the second equation. So we do the same thing over here. So take a look. I want to solve for the y. I want the y to stand by itself first. So I move -1 to the left side. Okay, so I come out at -x. -1 move to the left side become +1 and then equal y. Okay, if you want to add 1 on both sides, you can. The answer come out exactly the same. Okay. All right, we're almost done. So now let's swap the y to the left and then everything on the left to the right side. Okay, so here we go. So let's wrap this. You can see the slope equal -1. Okay, and then the b equal number 1. So let's go and find the b first, number 1. And the slope equal -1. It means -1 over 1. So I do down 1 and then right 1. Okay, so from there, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. Okay, here we go. So get my little tool. Here we go. Start at number 1, down 1, right. Ooh, I forgot to click on the second line, tool. Start at number 1 and down 1, right 1. Okay, so clearly, two lines intersect because you see the slope, they are not the same. The slope, one is -1/2, and the other slope is number -1. -1, so the two slopes not the same. So two lines intersect at one point, so you get one solution. Okay, one solution. Here we go. Go and get my my little tool here, and I click on one solution. Okay, one solution right there, and then I submit. Voila. All right, 71 points. So same thing happening over and over again. So make sure you convert to the slope intercept form. Okay, which is y equal mx plus b. So let's solve this equation for y. Okay, so first I want to solve for y. I keep the y on the left side, so I move the x to the right side. Okay, so I come out -y on the left. X move to the right side become -x, and then -4 already on the right side. But I'm not quite done yet because this is -y, so I divide -1 on both sides. Okay, so on the right side, make sure I divide -1 everywhere. Okay, so here we go. So I got y now on the left side. -1 over -1 become number 1. So I can put number 1 or x. It's up to you. All right, -4 over 1, that's a number 4. Okay, so now I'm ready to graph. As you can see, number 1 right here, that is a slope m. And then the 4 is the b. Okay, so let's go and find the 4, which is the b, y-intercept. And then slope m is up 1, right 1. Okay, so when you have the slope equal 1, it means 1 over 1. So I do up 1 and then right side 1. Okay, so go get my tool. Here we go. Start at number 4, up 1, right 1. Okay, here we go. Now, the second equation, oh my God, it's identical. They're exactly the same. How about that? Okay. Y equal 1x plus 4. So two lines should be on top of each other. So let's go and click on the second line tool right there. Okay. Start number 4, up 1, right 1. Okay. Two lines on top of each other. So they should have infinite many solution. All right. Infinite many solution. Voila. We're done. We're done. Let me do a couple more. Let's do a couple more. Okay. So I can increase to the next level here. Level. Same thing. Okay. So I solve for the y. Okay. So now let's write down the slope intercept form. Y equal mx plus b. Okay. So I solve for the y. So I don't want 7x on the left side. So I move to the right side. So now I have the left side only 7y. 7x move to the right side become -7x. Number 3 already on the right side. I'm not quite done yet. So now I divide -7 everywhere. Okay, negative 7, negative 7. Ooh. Okay, let's see something happening. Ooh. So I come out my equation y equal 1x and then plus subtract 3 over 7. Okay, so this question they do not require you to wrap. Okay, that's okay. We don't need to wrap because we can see the slope right here equal number 1. Okay, and the b in the back over here, the b1 equal negative 3 over 7. Okay. So let's see the slope of the second line. Okay, so here your second line. So I do the same thing. I move negative 5x to the right side. Okay, so on the left side I still have 11y. Negative 5x move to the right side become positive 5x, and then plus 19. Okay, and now I need to divide everywhere by 11. Okay, 11. So I come out y equal 5 over 11x plus 19 over 11. So you can see on the second line the slope m2 is 5 over 11, which is not the same as the slope m1. So m1 and m2 not the same. Okay, as soon you got two slopes not the same, the two lines will intersect each other at one point. Okay, so I choose the answer is one solution and then I'm done. Okay, here we go. I click not first and then I submit. I'm done. Okay, here we go. Next problem. Okay, so next problem over here. I can move to the next level. Okay, same thing. How many solutions? So I solve for the y. Okay, I solve for the y. So the reason I want to see the slope intercept form. Okay, so take a look over here. I solve for the y. Okay, what should I do now? Okay, I can move the negative 2y to the left side and move negative 9 to the right side. Okay, so now the left side becomes 2y. The right side is 7x. Negative 9 move to the right side become plus 9. Okay, I'm not done yet. I want to solve for the y. I would divide 2 everywhere. Okay, divide 2. Okay, so now I come out at y equal 7 over 2x plus 9 over 2. Okay, so you notice the slope is 7 over 2. Okay, and then the b in the back is 9 over 2. Okay, so let's do the second line. The second line right here. The second line, I would solve for the y, so I divide 4 everywhere. Divide 4, divide 4. Okay, so take a look over here. When you do that, become 14 divided by 4 simplified. That's a 7 over 2x. And then negative 4 over 10 simplified. That's a negative 5 over 2. Okay, equal y. So now you can swap it. Y go to the left. 7 over 2x and then subtract 5 over 2. Okay, so you can see the second line, the slope is right there. The slope is 7 over 2. Okay, so the second slope and the first slope exactly the same. Okay, but the B2 is different from the B1. B1 right there, B1 and B2 are not the same. Okay, so therefore the two line parallel. What does it mean? It means they never intersect. Never intersect. So therefore, no solution. No solution. Okay, so here we go. I go and get my cursor. I click on no solution. I submit, then I'm correct. Here we go. So now I can move on. So I move on to the next level. Yes, I can move on to the next level. Okay, so we do the same thing, you guys. We solve for the y, so we can have the slope intercept form. Y equal mx plus b. So let's do this. I would move the negative 1 to the right side. Okay, so I have got 3y equal negative ax. Negative 1 move to the right side become plus 1. I'm not quite done yet. I would divide 3 everywhere. Okay, so now I come out y on the left, negative a over 3x, and then plus 1 over 3. So on the first equation, you can notice the slope is negative a over 3, and then the b is 1/3. Okay, so now let's find the second equation. The second equation, I also want to try to solve for y. So what should I do? I would move negative 16 to the right side. Okay, so here we go. The left side, I have negative 6y equal 16, negative 16x on the left side. When you move to the right side, it becomes positive 16x. And then number 9 already on the right side. Okay, next step, I would divide everywhere by negative 6. All right, negative 6. Okay, so I come out y equal 16 divided by negative 6. If you simplify, this is negative a over 3. Okay, and then x. And then 9 over negative 6, I could simplify as subtract 3 over 2. Okay. Ooh, I noticed something. I noticed that on the second line, the slope is the same. The slope m2 is the same as the slope m1. Okay, m1, m2 exactly the same. You see that? And they both equal negative a over 3. But the b are different. So what does it mean? b1 and b2 are different. So this is b2. So therefore, two line intersect. Two line intersect at one point. Intersect at one point. Okay, so it means one solution. One solution. Ooh, what do I say? What do I say that? Two slopes are the same, so two lines parallel. So let me go erase this. This is parallel, you guys, not intersect. I'm so sorry. Okay, so here we go. So let's say it again. Two line have the same slope. Okay, have the same slope. And then the b are different, so therefore the two lines are parallel. The two lines parallel. Okay, so they never intersect. Okay, so let's go erase this. Okay, it never intersect. Okay, so here we go, never intersect. So no solution. Okay, so here we go, never intersect. Okay, never intersect. Okay, and no solution. Okay, so let's go choose my option for no solution. Blah blah blah, right here. No solution. Okay, submit. Voila, thank you so much for your attention. Bye bye now.